Yo, welcome back to SnapCon here. I'm joined by my guy, King T-Bell.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today?
And we've got some draft battles for you guys. It's going to be epic. We got some awesome competitors here. And yeah, we're going to have two teams. We're going to have two teams of two. Actually, yeah, so two teams of four.
Yeah,
actually.
2 teams of 4, actually.
And two people from each team are going to draft, and then the other two people are going to play out a match.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We got one side, we got Baby Land Sharks, and on the other side, we got Team Super.
Yeah, and on Team Baby Land Sharks drafting, we're going to have my guy Nobles along with our Hickey. And
then for Team Super's drafting, we got A Party and we got Super Tech God.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys don't know how this draft process is going to work, there's going to be a ton of cards in a pool, just randomly selected, and both teams are going to have only 30 seconds to study the board and see what they want to draft, and then we're going to go right into it. They're going to start picking. One team's going to pick one, the other team's going to pick two, back and forth, and it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's very intense. They don't have a lot of time between each pick to actually know what they want to build and what direction they want to make their entire deck into.
Yeah, I like being on the caster side for this for sure. And
yeah,
here we go. We're going to get right into it.
Cards are out.
Here are the cards. The players have 30 seconds to study all of these cards right here and decide what kind of strategy they want to go for.
How does anybody do this? The cards are all over the place. They already have 15 seconds left. What is this?
Yeah, you got to look out for the standout cards here. I'm not seeing a Zabu, seeing some premium, seeing
I
see a
Galactus out there.
Couple good cards here. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to give them any ideas. Here, you guys should pick Yellow Jacket. That's a good one. Yellow Jacket.
I hear it's underrated.
Yeah, there's some good cards in here, but they're going to have to develop a strategy, and both teams are going to see what card the other team is picking. So we start off with Jeff. Of course, Baby Land Sharks has got to go for Jeff. Let's go. The crowd's
Jeff's
going
got to
crazy.
be the first pick of the draft.
All right, we see a Kitty Pryde come to Team Super. That is a strong card. Are we going to see anybody take Agatha? That's the question.
Ooh, that'd be a really spicy pick.
But yes, just going to start out by picking some solid early game curve cards. I like it. I like it.
If you pick Agatha, does that mean that you don't have faith in your other teammates to play the deck that you built?
Maybe. And we see the pickup of Jean Grey, a very unique card that we don't really see a lot of play with. But
I like that pick a lot, though.
Okay. Yeah,
especially with the Kitty Pryde alongside it. You just keep bouncing stuff by. You know, you fill up that lane. They may not be able to fill up the lane pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a setup for some other picks. We see Sunspot and Shang-Chi, some of the best cards in Marvel Snap being picked up by Baby Land Sharks. They're just going for good stuff. The tried and true good cards.
That's true. Shang-Chi is always goated.
We see the Goose pickup by Super. That's going to be interesting. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to be planning out their deck. Just taking those good early game cards. Okay, Spider-Ham is one of the best cards in Marvel Snap, in my opinion.
Every card so far has been very strong. Maybe with the outside pick of Goose, but you know that could be a little of a tech card for later.
Always good to have tech cards in Marvel Snap. You never know what those locations are going to bring.
True.
And it might also trick the other team into taking lower cost cards, but no.
Ooh, no.
They're going for the man. The Iron
Man.
All right. Pretty solid pickup so far from Baby Land Sharks. They're focusing up. Is anybody going to go for that Galactus route, though?
Doesn't look so yet. Picked up a Claw for the Baby Land Sharks.
Yeah, Claw is a very solid card to steal cubes in Marvel Snap. It's a very, I mean, they know about it now, so it's less of a surprise factor, but they always got to kind of play around it.
Yeah, partnering with the Iron Man, that's 12 power right there.
That's true.
That's
we see Blue Marvel, or as I like to call it, Blarvel, going to Team Super, and that's a solid card. A lot of stats for that. We see the Onslaught going along with that, taking it away from the Baby Land Sharks with their Iron Man.
But the Rogue picking to steal the Blue Marvel effect.
That is a great pickup by Baby Land Sharks. They're going ham. No pun intended with Spider-Ham. We still see some powerful cards in this draft here. Still plenty of cards to
Captain
go.
Marvel. Captain Marvel. I've been loving Captain Marvel recently.
She is not a 5/6, as it says right there. She's now 4 cost. And yeah, she is good. I mean, especially paired with Zabu. But, jeez. But yeah, good card overall. We see Storm. That's another great card for Marvel Snap, in Marvel Snap. Especially with Blarvel, Blue Marvel, to get that extra power over there. And just to remind you guys, we have drafting for Baby Land Sharks, we have No Bowls, and we have R. Hickey, 28. And then on the other team, on Team Super, we have a Party and Super Tech God. And then after they're done drafting, then they're going to swap out for the other 2 members of their team. And we're going to have Binks play alongside... I believe
it's ChaosPro.
ChaosPro and Binks are going to be playing whatever Baby Land Sharks drafts, and then for Team Super, we're going to have Shiva Blast and Paper play that deck.
Fantastic players, fantastic drafters.
Oh my God, we see Leader being picked up.
Leader and Ant-Man. Oh, your favorite Coulson.
Get away from me, David.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, Coulson is a great card. 4 drops and 5 drops are very powerful in Marvel Snap, especially when they're random. Everybody loves a good random. And coming down to the end of the draft here, they have to round out their decks. We have a pretty good, both decks looking pretty solid.
Yeah, very just overall good cards, both decks. There's no Quinjets, so Team Super has all this generation, but they don't have anything to discount it with.
That is true. But on the other hand, we have Invisible Woman picked up by Baby Land Sharks to add a little secrecy to the plays.
I like it. I like it.
Ooh, unpopular choice here, Elektra. Oh.
Ooh, they're trying to snipe that.
No, they actually timed out on that pick.
Oh.
They could not make a decision in time. Too many great cards out there. Elektra will snipe that Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, it's actually not a good choice. Sometimes the computer-generated ones are the best ones.
All right, we see an Absman come out, recently buffed to 5 power. We like that. We like that. Not really that great of reveal cards to pair with it, but we'll have to see. And then just an all-around good pick with the Scorpion.
Definitely a classic pick. Very, very strong 2-drop right there.
Baby Land Sharks running out of time here. 6 seconds left. They have to make a decision for their last card. Gonna go with the Dazzler.
Ooh.
Got a little ongoing synergy over there.
Dazzle it up.
And who do you think, after looking at these teams here, King T-Bell, what are we thinking? Who has the edge in this draft?
It's tough because they both kind of counter each other a little bit. The Red Skull with the Shang-Chi, the Rogue for the Blue Marvel. But I still think that Team Super might have a little bit of an edge here. They got the overall power.
I think the complete opposite.
Really?
I think Baby Land Sharks has won this draft. They're besides that Elektra that was not picked by them, it's looking pretty good. They have the Rogue to counter those ongoing cards. They have the Shang-Chi, like you said. I mean, you name both tech cards that they have against the other team.
I did. But they have Storm on the other side. They could lock down lanes. They could storm one lane, and while they're distracted on one lane, they could play as men on another lane and just to repeat the Storm effect. They have different options that they might be able to, play their lanes a little bit better than Baby Land Sharks can.
We will have to see. That's the end of the draft. So, like I said before, we're going to have their respective team members step in and pilot these decks for them. Use what was drafted and see what they could do with it. We got some expert pilots coming into the building here.
That's true.
We've got Binks joining the building. Hey, yo. He is going to be piloting that deck alongside ChaosPro for Baby Land Sharks.
And then over for Team Super, we got Paper and Shiva Blast. It's going to be a really good game. Very close game, I think.
Anything can happen in Marvel Snap. That's why we love it.
That's true. These locations are going to be killer for some of these people. Some of these cards, never know what's going to happen.
Now, the players will be able to hear us, so we cannot say anything about their hands necessarily, but we will commentate on their plays for sure. And I will call out all of Binks' misplays. Don't worry. All right, so the players are getting set up. I'm here as well. It's just we don't want to get too close with our mics, you know. Can I get closer? All right. What's up? What's up? It was getting feedback before. All right.
VB? All right.
Yeah, so we're going to get into it in a little bit. They're getting set up right now. They are going to be just preparing with their new deck and see what they could do with it.
You know what? I think I'm changing my mind. I think I am going Baby Land Sharks team only because of Captain Marvel. I've been on the big Cap Marvel train recently.
It's a solid team there. A solid lineup for Baby Land Sharks, but I mean, Paper does some crazy things with these unique kind of decks, and really anything could happen.
No one can be counted out. These are some of the best players that Marvel Snap has to offer.
Oh yeah. What do you guys think in chat? Who do you think is going to win this battle? Let us know. I can't even see what you're saying.
You can't see chat.
Somebody can. So let us know in the chat.
Oh.
And it looks like we're going into the match right now. In a second here, yep. We're loading in.
Looks like it's starting up.
We're about to be able to see it ourselves. There we go.
There it is.
All right, so we got Binks on the left alongside ChaosPro, like I said before. On the right side, we have somebody's forehead. We have Paper, and we have Shiva Blast. Just a pass on turn one. You see their hands, guys. We see their hands too, but we cannot say a word.
Ooh, Sinister London. Sinister London is one of those locations that can just instantly change the entire landscape of game.
Yeah, that's a very powerful location alongside something like Cloning Vat, Superflow. And we're going to see Jeff come out.
Ooh.
Multiple Jeffs, multiple Geese, though.
Those Geese are going to be flocking everywhere.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Locking down the right lane already.
Wow, that is something for sure. What the heck? The only way they can play, I mean, Jeff can get right in there. That's actually perfect for Jeff. I mean, unless they can find a zero-cost card to get into that location.
Don't forget, Sinister London can also push them right.
Sinister London can go in there as well. That's true. All right, you said they were locked out. You confused me.
And you believe me right off the bat? Come on, you should know better.
Yeah, so that right side is going to be interesting. They are quite limited on the middle location, so we can't see anything too powerful go on there. But these players are working very hard together to navigate these turns. We effectively have 3 goose lanes.
That's true. That's true.
Spider-Ham going to come out, hit the leader.
Ooh.
Wasn't even playable anyway.
And it hits the pig. I have a theory. Spider-Ham always hits the pig if there's a pig in your hand. It's happened every single time I've played Spider-Ham where either the effect goes off twice or it summons twice. It always hits the pig. I don't understand it.
That is a phenomenal theory. Thank you.
Have you experienced anything besides that?
I can't say I have.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
We see the Dazzler come out on Sinister London. That's a great card for that location. Jean Grey going to come out as well. You got to play on that middle location here, which was probably already the case.
Yeah, most likely.
But if you cannot play into the Jean Grey lane, then you can play wherever you want. So after they fill it up, then they can play on the left side freely.
Now, what happens when there's 2 Jean Greys on the board? What happens then?
Then you can play into either Jean Grey.
Ah, okay.
Yes, yes.
And then you're limited once one of them fills up to only play on the other one.
Exactly.
Interesting.
All right. Coming down to the final turns of game 1 here. Nobody has snapped. They're playing very passively. They're still trying to feel out their opponents. You know, this is the first time these players are working together, I believe. So they are trying to establish their team chemistry. Got to respect it. And we just see a pass from the Baby Land Sharks. That's gonna hurt. Actually, did both teams pass here?
No, I think just Team Super did.
I think both teams just passed on that turn here. Really? Very tough to play into these locations at the moment. What is going to happen in this final turn here? Are these Jeffs going to move? They're really thinking.
These Geese are being very limited. Very limiting to these to both players.
Once again, these players can hear what we're saying, so we cannot say anything too revealing of their hands.
True.
But all I could say is one team is looking better than the other. And the cards are going to come down. Ant-Man's going to get a buff in the middle here. Coulson going to go to the left. It's going to be enough to take that left side. They are winning the right side. But what will Sinister London do here? Electra going to come out, hit
Doesn't
nothing.
do much.
Ooh, not enough.
Ooh.
Very close finale there.
That is Team Super taking round number 1 for 2 cubes.
Just a measly 2 cubes. Still plenty of game to go. But, yeah, that was a very interesting game of Marvel Snap for sure.
Yeah, those the geese out there, as I should say, were limiting every lane. Neither team could play anything 4 or higher in any lane.
But now a lot is going to be playable because we have Elysium coming out here. Another powerful location.
That's
going to
true.
allow for a lot of shenanigans. And we see a snap come out.
Ooh. That's
I
an
think
early snap.
I think that was the baby land sharks.
I think so. That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
man. Nodding their heads. They think they got this under control. But it looks like the other team is not going anywhere. Scorpion coming down right away.
Turn 1 is very good, very strong turn to play Scorpion on.
That might put a damper on their plans here. Still plenty of game to go with all these low-cost cards here. Crimson Chaos, Cosmos, another Goose location. Or no, this is not
That's
a
the
Goose
reverse
location.
Goose
The reverse
location.
Goose location. And with this reduction, might make things a little more tricky.
That would make Goose a little trickier.
Goose going to
As
come
we
down
see
on the
Goose come
right
down now.
side. Okay. Final location. Every location is very important.
Ooh, Savage Lands. What a savage location.
Gonna almost fill up that location completely for Team Super. All right, this is for 2 cubes right here. We see White Queen come down, scout out the hand of the other team a little bit. Pick up something. They picked up something
That is a card.
that could be good or bad. I cannot tell the other team.
It looks like it's a card from their deck.
Yes, I believe so. All right, coming down to these final turns. It's going to be interesting here. They do have to be careful. They know what's in each other's decks. They saw the draft, so they have to play around specific cards. That's why you may see them do some weird kind of plays here. All right, we have one side locked in. You can see the look on ChaosPro's face. He is fully focused. He's very confident over there.
All right, we see the blue Marvel coming down in the middle lane, along with a claw. Ooh, trying to lock up 2 lanes right there.
All right, the ongoing cards are coming out. Blue Marvel going to put in work with that Savage Land.
That's
We
true.
do have the Dazzler on the right that also complements that pretty nicely. All right.
It's coming down to the wire. Turn 5.
This is anybody's game right now.
Still plenty of it to play.
Plenty of cubes to play with.
Don't forget, somebody snapped already.
Yes. Team Super is being a little reserved. They're just playing it out at the moment. All right, all right. And the turn is coming to an end here. One of these teams has got to make a decision. A lot of different plays that are possible with Elysium.
True.
Got to prepare for that last turn. Got to set up the end turns here. Gonna see Iron Man come down in the middle. Very nice location there, especially with the sunspot. Looking pretty good there. That left side is looking pretty good for the other team, though. Putting down a lot of power there. Getting the double Coulson.
They said, we want new cards in our hand. What do we want?
Yeah, they got a whole new hand there. A lot of stuff to work with. And I mean, if your team Binks, if your team Baby Land Sharks, you got to find a way to secure that right side because that left side is looking pretty rough.
They're working with 2 other lanes that they might feel pretty confident with. They're winning so far. Hopefully, I mean,
It's all going to come down to that right side.
Yeah, that right side is going to be real tough.
How to put the most power on that right side? Let's see. The players are fully locked in here, working together as a team. Snap players they're not usually good in teams. They don't work together. And we see the retreat.
See the retreat from Team Super.
Team Super just didn't have enough to take that right side down. And that 2 cubes is going to go to the Baby Land Sharks.
That's 2-0 right now. Oh, no, it's not. 2-2. Knocking down
It's 8
lives left.
All right, we see the monster. The monster is loose, and one of these decks has drafted a Shang-Chi.
That's true.
Will that team draw it? Will that team be able to play it? We shall see.
Only time will tell.
I believe the other
Shuri's
team
Lab.
does have a goose, though, so that could come down.
This is going to be a very, very powerful round with Shuri's Lab coming down in the middle.
And I actually called it the
We see
goose,
the goose.
right off the top, coming down on Monster Island. That's going to stop a potential Shang-Chi, theoretically.
That's true. If we saw Elysium in the last lane, we might have been able to see that Shang-Chi on the left.
All right, we have the Onslaught Citadel come down, and both teams do have some ongoing synergy, so that could also get a little dicey, a little spicy. Shuri's Lab, also another powerful location. All 3 powerful locations here. We'll have
Only
to
one
see.
of which use
We have a
their
snap
ability
coming
already.
out from the Baby Land Sharks.
Ooh, back-to-back
believe.
snaps.
They feel like
What
they're
would-
in control these last couple games.
What is Team Super going to do to respond?
Once again, we cannot really say what they should or should not do because they can hear us. But we got the storm coming down on the left side. Going to leave those other 2 locations alone. They might have something up their sleeve. Oh wow, that's a good play there.
What a play.
All right, we're locked in for another 2 cubes here. Both teams at 8 lives. We could see a big game here. We see Absorbing Man come down. It's going to turn into Storm, just like you had alluded to earlier.
Ooh, man.
Getting T-Bell.
What a play. And that counters out the Captain Marvel getting the 2 times buff right there.
Yeah, that Captain Marvel is going to be massive. Still pretty good on these stormed locations. But yeah, now those teams only have 1 more turn to play on those 2 locations, or on that 1 location, or else it's going to be down to the 1 for this
That's
last
true.
turn.
But don't forget, the middle lane still has the Sunspot in it. It shows that it's tied, but it may not end up tied.
That
You
is
never know.
true. Now Team Super has to really decide if they're going to just give up on that middle location, start fighting for the right side, or not.
I believe one of these teams drafted Jeff in their first pick.
They did. Still a possibility. Could come out at the end, make a surprise appearance.
That it could.
Tough turns here, tough turns. Team Binks has got to lock in a play. Little
Ooh.
indecisive here, okay.
They didn't play anything.
They're just going to pass. Just float that energy. Red Skull coming down on that middle location. That's a lot of power. That might force the other team to float some extra energy here if they want to contest it more.
It's coming down to the wire.
This turn might be spicy.
2 cubes, possibly going to 4 cubes.
If both teams lock it in, this is for 4, and that's half their lives. Anything can happen. We're almost halfway there on the timer. Binks is sweating.
Timer is running out for both teams.
Yeah, they need to decide if they're going to stay in this or if they're going to fight it out. For the 4 cubes. And here we go. It's all come down to this. They're going to lock it in.
Oh.
The other team's got to lock it in too.
Oh my God, they're both locked in.
Blue Marvel comes down on Onslaught Citadel.
Ooh,
and
but
Team
the
Binks
rogue.
with the snipe. The read.
Oh, man. And that is a clean sweep of all 3
As
lanes.
Binks says, that is a casserole.
Ooh, a casserole, you say?
Yep,
That sounds quite
that's
delicious.
what he calls it.
That is 4 cubes, and that is half their life. Team Super down to 4 lives, going into round 4.
Still plenty of cubes to play with, though. Yes, this is round 4. That means next round is going to be double stakes. Going to start at 2 cubes. So then it's going to get even more intense, and I know it's already super intense. I know you're all on the edge of your seats.
I know I am.
Yes. All right, we see the Ant-Man come down. Kitty Pryde on the other side. Getting that down early, getting the buff started.
This is the first time we're seeing Kitty Pryde really this early in action so far.
That is true. Just going to be stacking up those buffs. Danger Room in the middle, a little scary. Maybe. Sometimes
Ooh,
Danger Room is
squirrels.
nice.
Danger Room is deceivingly tough.
And we see the squirrels come out, which benefits kind of both teams. One team has Blue Marvel. One team has that Ant-Man. They have the Dazzler as well. So
That's true. A lot of ongoing effects that affect multiple things in the same lane.
is Team Super going to fight for that left side to get the rock on the other side? Is that going to help the other team? Do they want the rock for the Blue Marvel? They're going to go in for it. They're going to try to clog up the other team. And it's going to work. Just a pass from Team Baby Landsharks.
I was going to say, I don't think either team really wants that rock right now. With Central Park coming out, both their lanes are kind of clogged.
It's still pretty synergistic. Just with the Blue Marvel, just with the Dazzler, like the Ant-Man is right there.
Not the worst, but you know.
Seems decent to me. Oh, we see a boomer snap. We've got a boomer. Team Super throwing out that snap, I think. Somebody throw out. Is this a double snap? No,
I think that's
one
the same snap from before.
I don't think the snap went through before.
I think that might be Team Land Baby Sharks.
I don't even know who snapped, but they did it. Jean Grey in the middle on Danger Room. Gonna be forcing out some Gamba.
That is a dangerous, dangerous lane to put that in.
Oh, baby. 25% chance for your card to get destroyed. White Queen gonna come out. That is a premium card if it can stick. And it does.
Ooh.
Kitty Pryde on the left. Keep getting that buff in. Claw, is it going to
Claw.
live? It
Ooh,
does.
Everything's living.
It does for now. Players are celebrating, but
Who said this
I would
room is
not
dangerous?
celebrate too early.
I could never imagine.
Okay, coming down to the wire here. This is for 4 cubes if both teams stick in there. And that could be the end of Team Super right here. This could be
exactly
the final game. But that Kitty Pryde's getting pretty big, and it's very easy to play around that Jean Grey. Team Super looking like they're in a decent position here.
Both teams thinking really hard for this last turn right now. As they should.
Landsharks have got to decide which location they're trying to go for here. Looking like a tough call. Coming down to the final few seconds. Both teams still have not locked in their turns.
This is a very complex turn. Probably
A lot
one
of
of the
different
toughest
options.
turns. Yeah, one of the toughest turns in all 3 rounds so far.
And we see another
a reverse
snap come
snap.
out. Not that it even matters.
The confidence
PM.
levels through the roof.
And this could be it right here. As time runs out, looks like they're locking in their plays. Cards are going to come down.
Oh,
Kitty Pryde on the danger room, going to stick. Red Skull going to
Wow.
overtake. Oh, no, not going to be enough for that right side.
no,
Rogue
they did the math
going
wrong.
to yoink the Jean Grey, doesn't matter.
They miscalculated the Red Skull buff.
And
That Red Skull
is-
went on. Oh, they couldn't even put the Red Skull on the list because of the goose.
Yep. And that is going to be the match right there.
Oh, man.
Going to Team Baby Land Shark.
With a baby land slide, if I may say so myself. 8 lives left.
Yes, what a decisive victory there. Well played by both teams. That was very intense. You could see them. You could see the sweat. You could see the stress in their eyes. It was intense, bro. We're right here. We have a great view of the players. And what do you think? What do you think, King T-Ball?
I'm pretty sure I saw some glistening off of Binks' forehead. I think he was getting a little sweaty on that one. But both teams played very well. Big congratulations out to Team Baby Landshark. They played phenomenally. They drafted phenomenally. I know you were saying before in the beginning and everything that they had the landslide. They had the edge going into that.
Yeah, I think the draft did weigh a decent. It did have quite the impact on that match, but still, there were some close games there. And, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Binks got lucky. I'm kidding. No, they had a really, really good read with that blue marble.
You guys listen to this guy? Don't listen to this guy.
Yeah, that rogue on the blue marble, that was a great read by Team
Fantastic.
Baby Land Sharks. And I think that was the highlight of the match right there.
I agree with that. I heard you can only snap once per game. Yeah.
All right, I think we have an
on?
exclusive interview with Binks. And we have his partner, ChaosPro, right here as well.
Come on in. Come on in.
All right.
How you doing, Binks?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Thank you for commentating that awesome match. It was cool. I love some draft, love some random cards, playing with a hand of garbage.
Yeah, don't you always?
I dazzled at the end, and he rouged.
Yes.
The
So
Rouge
who
was-
made that decision on the rogue? Who made the final decision?
He made the rogue, and I made the dazzler. He was like, "Dad, you sure you want to go dazzler?" I'm like, "Dude, we got Ant-Man. We got 2 lanes filled. We're set."
Do you mean the rogue against the blue marble that
Yes,
we
that's
saw?
what- yeah.
So we talked back and forth about it. We were thinking about doing the leader play, but if they had Kitty, I think we were going to lose the tiebreaker by like a little bit. So we had to take the risk and do the rogue because the leader was a little bit safer because if they didn't play the blue marvel, then there was some better things. But we were just like, how can you not play blue marvel and Onslaught Citadel on the end of the game, So. Yeah, we just we were going back and forth, but then we found the right play. It was really cool.
We totally forgot about the red skull. We'll just float middle, and like worst case, we'll just win everything because we'll just float again. And then like he dropped a red skull, and I'm like, okay, this has changes everything. So I was like,
big card.
We got a rouge.
Yeah, that Sunspot put in a lot of work for you. One of the more premium one drops, really good pickup. How do you feel about your draft, your team's drafting abilities there?
The only thing I didn't like is that I think we were set up really bad for Spider-Ham. We're kind of lucky they didn't draw Spider-Ham that much because most of our big cards were very low power, so they just get turned off by Spider-Ham. And then I don't know who picks Dazzler. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're cozy fans, I guess, and like Dazzler. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, I think the deck worked out pretty well overall.
We really wanted the onslaught, and then they took it from us, and we're like, dang it. And then we really wanted the Jubilee, and they took that. And so I was like, I want Invisible Woman. And like we just never really got to use her except for that one rogue game.
Well played to the Team Baby Land Sharks. Well done. And yeah, you're lucky that me and King T-Bell were not out there playing
True.
against you because, hey.
And maybe there'll be a B League later. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you can compete
All
there.
right, buddy. All right. And there you have it. That is your team. That is your winning team right there. What do we think, chat?
I think it was a fantastic game. It doesn't look as close as it was based off the end result, but it was a very close game all the way through. Almost every turn, there was just a lot of decisions that needed to be made.
Yes, it was. And that is going to be it for the draft battles, I believe. We're going to be going into some other amazing activities here at SnapCon. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. It is a blast to be here. You better come to the next one. All right, just saying. Or come tomorrow. Hey, I mean, we still got one more day.
We've got another day. We'll be doing top 32, top 24,
Top 16.
top 24.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't even know. All I know is that every event has been a great time, and we hope that you guys are enjoying it. Am I good to, what are we? All right. That is it for us. It is your boy D-Money.
And King T-Bell.
And King T-Bell signing off.
Have a good one.